Hey free-to-play gang, welcome back to another video. So I have somehow managed to design a team that is able to go below 60 turns with a poison team in Andras. So this is the current setup that gave me the fastest timing, and that is using Tang Xuan here to clear the initial first two waves. Not so much about dealing any kind of damage in the boss wave at all. And the Alice is just here to give more attacks to Tang Xuan at the start so that he can clear the waves a little bit faster, and that allowed me 56 turns, but in terms of regularity, it's not very consistent. So I decided to drop it for the time being until I get enough relief sets for Alice to make her maybe a little bit stronger, maybe make her a little bit more efficient, especially in the boss wave as well. But yeah, we will get back into that in a separate video, I guess. So right now, my most consistent and fastest team is taking 68.2 average turns, which is Meredith, Hilda, Kara, Intisa, and Tang Xuan. So like I said, Tang Xuan is here for clearing the first two waves. So let's take a look at the team and how they are built. So we have Meredith here, who is just built very speedy, mostly because of Dislyte lens. Kara here, a little bit speedy on the ocean set with at least 80% accuracy. It's extremely important that you have at least 80% accuracy. And now Hilda here with 100% just because of her passive effect that increases her base defense, which also increases her damage. It's like for whatever reason. And of course, same thing, a lot of speed with the ocean set. And then now we have Intisa here with the R2. So it's necessary that you have R2 if you want to run her on the relief set. And it's most important that you max out her second skill. That's it. And finally, we have Tang Xuan here. I think R6 is kind of important because of the AoE first skill, that says a lot about the current Andras fight and how dumb it is. So we don't need to care about accuracy, it just so happens that we have accuracy. You want to give him a little bit of speed so that he's able to attack before the enemies do. So I think about the current range of like plus 50 is going to be good enough, especially if you're running a speed lead so that you have at least 160 speed. And now I decided to give him a war set and not a relief set because I feel like for the most part, my team don't really use the first skill all that often in the first and second waves. We are usually spamming our second and third skills, especially since we have the ocean set here and we have a lot of our skills still not on cooldown. So I think running Tang Xuan with the war set is probably the best just to push his attack power as much as possible. So I have 4,590 over here with no crit rate whatsoever. Oh, and of course, the Brawler set is also really good for him because you're going to promote his first skill's DPS, and he already has an innate plus 15% basic damage increase, so this is really quite good for Tang Xuan. Okay, I know this is extremely pay to win, but this is as good as it gets. I've tried many different other comps, and nothing actually got me as fast as 68.2 average, but let's blitz this and take a look at the win rate. 58 turns, there you go. 8 member chip, oh my god. Instantly lost, what the heck. Okay, but our win rate is not that bad. I rarely ever see my team lose. I think this is like the second time, or maybe the third time. What a waste, we had such a fast run at the start. Okay, so generally around 70 turns, right? Which I think is not bad if you're running this on multi-battle and not blitzing, because this is extremely expensive if you want to blitz. So it's unfortunately still not a comp that I can effectively blitz, which is really sad because Hilda is, after all, like the best poison esper for Andras, and they're not really doing a good job selling her this way. So anyway, let's take a look at one of our fastest runs, 62 turns here, and let's just see how this team is supposed to work. Now the issue here is that we are spamming a lot of useless skills that's eating a lot of turns. So like for example, we're landing a lot of poisons here, and just some of these extra attacks that don't really matter all that much. So I'm thinking maybe one way that we can speed this up a little bit is to run Tang Xuan a little bit faster and try to make him have enough DPS to one-shot stuff. And then moving on into the boss wave, maybe get him killed. If we can get Tang Xuan killed, then we don't need him to be wasting turns for us or like taking too many unnecessary turns, because for the most part, he is not that useful in the boss wave. Like his damage output is just not good enough over there. And the reason is, of course, he don't do HP scaling damage, so he's not dealing like poisons, which is like 50k per pop. I mean, not 50k, but it's kind of like around there. So he's not performing a lot over here. So I think it's a good idea if he dies in this wave, which means you want to build him with very little HP. Okay, now the boss is going to lose 150% of his HP and take some poison DPS at the same time, right? So that should drop him. Oh, he didn't get any poison. Oh my god. Poison resistance OP. Alright, that's it. So that is one single run. This is one of our fastest runs, which is still 62 turns. It's still a long time, and we cannot even blitz this effectively. But let's take a look at damage spread, right? So Tang Xuan is, like I said, not dealing a lot of damage here. He's mostly just used for clearing the first 2 waves. And then Hilda is doing a lot in the boss wave, and Kara is also doing pretty decent in the boss wave. I'm not sure why her damage is so low. But yeah, so this is how my team currently works, and like I said, I am still going to explore more, especially when I have more relief sets to put on Alice. I need her to be super fast to take the first turn, and to just summon a lot of assists, because that is going to help us with a lot of extra free hits without eating into our turns. But yeah, anyway, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. How do you feel about this comp? Is this something that you can replicate or not? I don't think so, right? I don't think this is going to be replicable for like maybe 99% of you guys without an R6 Tang Xuan. But I did test Zora, and she is still pretty decent, although Zora doesn't have the same kind of multipliers that Tang Xuan has. So for the most part, I think Zora is still usable. It's just that you won't be expecting runs as fast as Tang Xuan runs. But yeah, if any other questions, feel free to leave it down in the comment section below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's content. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel, and subscribe for more Dislyte content. Now, this has been very free to play, and as always, I will see you in the next video.